Okay. Well, I laugh it. Greetings, salutations. I hope you're all having yourselves a mighty fine day. Look, man, I apologize. I didn't do my job properly yesterday. I didn't speak my mind, which is what I usually do. I was so defeated. I was like, honestly, this was honestly like a throw in the towel. I was like, I lose. It's okay, and I accepted my fate. But I did get a couple DMs and a comment or two saying, hey, can you please speak about the power up, how you feel about it, and whatnot. And actually, I'm gonna let you guys do most of the heavy lifting today because you guys were pretty active in the comment section. You had a lot to say. Some of you had a mouthful, so I'm gonna kind of be reading you guys' comments and reacting to what you had been saying, and then I'll chime in where I feel the need to. This is obviously a new element that got added into the fight. I feel like I've spoken about Bam versus White and the Bam situation ad nauseum. I just didn't want to keep, beating the dead horse, so to speak. So, all right, let's talk about it.
A little something like eeny, meeny, right from the beginning. Smoke a little pack, but the pack never timid. Church, but I'm seeing it. Curse when I'm winning. She need a new back when it's back, I'ma bend it. Slap up some guinea, ask me to hit it. Watch a nigga black slipper yak, I'ma quit it. Swerve in the Benzie, perfume is Fendi. Bob and move fast, real fast like I'm Ricky. That's 'cause I'm pretty, came from the dirt. Shovel up a nigga can't handle the work. Ooh, yeah, swing with it first. Young white girl like a ramble.
Please like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell down so the Ghost to the 13-month series does not get you and you can stay notified. Check my description for various links like the links to my Discord, and follow me at Young Paperwork on Twitter, comment and share, and definitely follow me on Twitch. And now, back to the video. In a nutshell, what's my thoughts? I'm so tired. I don't feel like fighting against this anymore. I just accept reality for what it is. I accept my fate. I don't like, I always say for like a lot of things, complaining about certain things when you know it's an exercise in futility, why continue to do it? And I'm at that point. I've accepted. But I'm not a fan of it, obviously. I think that was whack. That was it. It almost comes across as White's entire purpose was to power up those two. Like, there's a lot of perspectives and point of views you can go at it. You just know I'm not a fan, but yeah, you have to get these guys stronger somehow. I guess this is the way he decided to do it. So, just a big LOL. Like the video, intro still godly. I appreciate it. Yeah, I see this is. Can you please speak on the power ups? All right, I got it. You don't care no more. The final stage of denial is accept. Is it grief? Is it grief? Is it grief? Or something like that. So my ninja rack finally threw a spear. We are getting something. That's something that I gotta say is obviously a good thing. Like, I don't like when we get to series where we're so starved for a character to do something that we take anything. This is still a big moment. Him throwing the 18 spear. I know that it was very convenient that the game allowed it to be an automatic hit. So it's not like he had to aim or couldn't have to calculate in the White House. The White House? The lighthouse. Like the trajectory, longitude, latitude to where to throw the spear. But I want Rack to fight and be a part of action and combat. So it was one of those like, you know what? It's nice to see. I'll take it. Get decompress, launch that motherfucker, and he did that. So good job, Rack. Just chapter in a nutshell. The Oprah. Bam gets a white. Kun gets a white. Rack gets a white. Everyone gets a white. Everyone gets a power up. So it is what it is. So, yeah. I swear someone spoiled the Kun and Rack power ups month ago. They absolutely did. I've said this a lot of times. I'll say it again. You have to understand that for us on YouTube especially, they're not they you have to pay for fast pass content, so we're not supposed to upload it and whatnot. So just for the sake of safety, a lot of us just stay caught up to the officials. A lot of you guys tend to try to pass off the literal chapters you've already read in the Raws and or Fast Pass as predictions. As look at my precog. Yes, he's gonna think my ability of prognostication is so good. What if like so many things that have happened, you guys have spoiled weeks and before. So I'm just used to it at this point. It is what it is, man. I really thought it was a joke at the time. Damn. On more important news, rest in peace to my Slayer White. You were the best villain, and your death should have been better. May you reincarnate in another Tales user story and be done justice there. I don't think SIU's got the faculties for that, big man. I don't think he's gonna be he's gonna be good to be keep going and making the Tales user story. I think after Tower of God, you gotta pack it up. He is not okay. That boy hurt. He in pain. I was unmoved. Yes, I was. Yeah, I really don't like Kun and Rat getting White's power. Just show us Ice Spears and Rock Shields and I'll be happy. Yeah, I feel that. Childish New Jabba says, I read this weeks ago and was very disappointed. Like, why did Rag and Kun get a power up? I think SIU had to recognize that they were falling too far behind. Like, the gap was too big. I'm of the personal belief that they're ranker level. I think whatever things they took from White are that strong because, listen, man. I think we're done with regulars and stuff like that. I think it's time for us to accept that. Like A rank, B rank, that just forget about it. We're going into ranker, advanced ranker, or upper ranker, high ranker, blue hole territory, family head, and regular territory, like top 10 territory. That's where we're heading. That's where we're going. All right. So for any of us who had some hopes and aspirations, I believe, of like the regular still climbing, doing tests and things and whatnot, I think that's done. I truly do. And I felt that way for a long time. I thought that for a long time, sorry, because of just how strong Baam is. It doesn't really make any sense. Like at this point, they're just going to be regular. You don't have the regular of C rank or B rank or A rank title officially, but in terms of the power they can output on an overall scale and basis, it's going to be at least ranker level. And honestly, I think it's stupid if he did this and they're like, how strong are they now? They're A rank. What? Like what? Why waste my time? Just power them up all the way at this point. So I think they're ranker level. I can't prove that yet though, so that's not lost on me. I haven't seen it in action, so I cannot prove that, but that's my belief. Like how there's no precedent for absorbing power with those two. For Baam, sure, he on his Kirby gimmick, fair enough. But why the F did Rak and couldn't get a boost? It makes zero sense and it's an ass pull. Might as well do a time skip and make all the regulars rankers just because you just throw on your own rules out the window. Yeah, it's true. It's true that those two have never been shown to be the type to be able to kind of absorb a power, but I don't think getting an external power up like put inside of you is unique within the tower, but Bam's ability to consume and absorb it himself is probably something he can do. So I get it. SIU, what is this? SC was straight Oprah. You get a power up. You get a power up. Y'all get power ups. Yeah, Oprah. Y'all had the same thought there. That man threw in the towel. I did. Like the video. I appreciate you. So White's ultimate role in the story from beginning was to power up Kun and Rak so they don't have to separate. SIU is something else. And listen, I'm sure to a lot of you seeing a comment like that, it's like you're probably like, you're overdoing it. You're doing too much. But what was the end result though? Like, I don't think you're crazy to be on either side of the spectrum. Like, I'm not gonna say White's only and entire purpose was to power up Aguero and Rak, but damn. What? I didn't see this coming. I really did it. It's so crazy to me. Cause I also remember a lot of people saying, oh, he's gonna burn all the souls and use it and then he'll be weaker. Okay. Okay. I don't think that's the case. And on top of that, all right, look. I'll just say it. And on top of that, I think this is really bad because I can't think of any narrative reason for them to really warrant this. I think they're falling behind. So SIU's like, yo, whatever, man. Like, he tried that sweet fish connection because the dollar show and whole quit, and to me, that's not enough. Like, you have to understand something. Making a one-off loose connection is not enough to tie two separating things together. For example, I remember when we were having the big conversation with the family heads, if you will, with we were talking about Hatsu's random declaration of wanting to be strong for Bam's sake, and we're like, what? Do think Milios went a little far there. But Joe had said like, oh, but remember in season 1 when Hatsu said we should climb with Rachel, and I'm like, did you try to take that one instant from season 1 and say that completely justifies this moment? And like, no, Hatsu never seemed to be motivated by being a helper for Bam. He was motivated by seeking his own strength and following his path of the blade. When he lost, I can't remember if it was which left or right arm of the devil. I can't remember which one it was, but I know he lost to one of them, and he was training and trying to get his mind and sword and mind right and everything. And I was even surprised when he had basically almost caught up to Aguero in the name hunt station. Like, the Hatsu's role was not to be some super duper Bam supporter, but listen, it is what it is, and those are not two characters that I see interact that often. Like, yeah, so that's not enough for me, but I feel it though. I feel it. I'm just laughing. JDB. Rak stands near Baam gets massive power up. Kubera, Maruna after 40 chapters of character development still in the levels, man, levels. Let's stop reading after this chapter. I'm not dropping it, but I need a break. If I'm being 100% transparent, because that's what I like to do here, if I wasn't covering this, I probably would have taken a break after this chapter, the last chapter. I'd probably been like, honestly, I probably would have done this. I would have just read everything up to the latest chapter just to see what's going on, and then just stop for like until like January. That's probably what I would have done, because I've done. That's what I did last time with the 3rd season when I was getting fed up with the cage. I just read the 3 fast pass and the Raws, and I'm like, all right, and I chilled for like a month, and then so that's probably what I would have done too. So I feel it. I reacted the same way with Rak. Dude, what's taking you so long? Just embiggen, decompress. What worries me though is that with the power up, SLU will keep the crew together and will keep following Bam's ranker shenanigans. Yeah, I think that's the direction we're going, and we have to accept it. I don't think it's gonna change. I think this is the direction we're going in, and you're here for it or you're not. There's no more regular stuff. That Rak and couldn't power up was not it. I feel it. I got nothing to say. Let me go cough my back. I'm going to give White the Struss and suck. Stop it up. I'm going to shoot in the dark and say White surviving SLU is going to make him a regular 120%. When it happens, come back and give me my credit. Y'all were scared for Caliban, but now White's getting smoked. Y'all think he's going to stop by killing and draining him? F no. SLU's making him into a bona fide regular. Bam's going to suck up White's worse than Caliban was going to do to Karaka. I'm probably wrong about him becoming a regular, but who knows, anything is possible. That spear is effing whack, and that power up, lol. Stab me through the heart and call me Zach, because it's whack. Yo, listen, man. Exalted, I feel it. I'm really not mad at that. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was going through the comments, I was a little shocked to see how many of y'all were like, nah, he's gone too far. This is the one community sometimes that I really think tries to make me feel like what I'm saying is crazy. Because whether or not you agree with me, and I don't force, I want you all to be free thinkers. Just because I say something, you shouldn't believe it. I have my own thoughts and beliefs and my own blind spots as a result of that, based on how I grew up, socialization, blah, 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 yada, yada. We don't look at things the same. I'm also probably older than most of you. You feel what I'm saying? But man, sometimes I say something and I know it makes sense. You may not be on my side of the fence, but I know it makes sense, and you guys will act like he's a nut. We are reading the same story. I am very aware of this. I promise I know that he's an irregular. Trust me, I know this. But it's like, you guys try to use that as an excuse and a crutch to justify this, like as a rationalization. Like, again, I made that video speaking about what it actually means to be an irregular, so you can go check that out. Maybe I'll have it pop up in whatever side. But like, nah, man, this is I think not very fun to follow. And for anyone who's having a great time, I never speak on your enjoyment. You know, I always say, like, I'll use this because it's one of the easiest punching bags in like terms of anime and manga and whatnot. But like, listen, I like Fairy Tail. I don't think it's good, but I have no, like, Fairy Tail is funny. Fights raw, the artwork is good. It got some elite thoughts in it. Whatever, bro. Like, I don't need every story to be some crafted masterpiece from top to bottom, but this is not a story that presented to me was gonna be end up a story like this. Like, I don't know. I think the whole white power situation and fight was overall handled all right. I do think SU had a clear plan involved for using white to progress Bam and more ways than one. But the power boost to the trio is much deserved in my opinion. And these are, I think I remember this comment. Like this is one of those comments where like there's nothing I could say here. Like if you like it and you enjoy it and you think it made sense, more power to you. I can't argue against that because at this point I don't know what I'm arguing against. Like I don't know. Like it was deserved. They did nothing. Instead of come in the end and one through one attack, one through another attack. And Rak's attack isn't even fully as impressive because it's the game's rules that allow the spear to automatically connect. He could have missed that on a regular day. You know what I'm saying? Or Aguero would have had to calculate for him. Who knows if he could have been able to use the Yeon family flare sweet fish while trying to calculate in the lighthouse. That might have been difficult. Like, justified? Deserved? Why do they deserve it? What have they done? Aguero was asleep for how long and Rak was doing fuck all. I don't know. So again, I'm glad you enjoyed it, but I can't argue against this. That's ludicrous in my opinion. That's like when Thing said he thinks this is peak Tower of God. Can't argue with you. You having fun, you're having great, good for you. But that's crazy to me. So you don't think peak Tower? I actually could even understand you saying parts of the first season. But if it's not that incredible stretch that we had in the second season, I don't know what you're talking about. We're not reading the same thing. You're reading Tower of Devil, my dude. Ass pull from SIU, worst writing ever. What a clown. Anyway. I'm not going to argue against it. I got a feeling it's going to be explained that Kun's fish plus Bam abilities transferred the power to the three. Turn it off, Milio. So overall, this reaction has integrity. It is what it is. I got to... Are Rak and Kun not the strongest regulars ever besides the Dori Jihad? No, I don't think that's... Whoa, even I didn't go that far. No, I don't think that. I just think they're ranker level now. I think, like... On average, you know, the rankers that are like, who just like kind of teeter in, you know, at the first like 10,000 spots, I think they're all on that level now. Like they can handle any B or A rank regular or C rank, can't hang with them no more. I don't think they can like go and like maybe together Rak and can beat someone like that elite. I don't know, maybe, I don't know, but again, we'll have to see it in action. Ranker level couldn't Rak, great, yeah, I feel that. I knew White was going to lose, but I at least wanted was for White to take Bam's irregular status to be nerfed to regular level, but sadly no. I never thought that was going to happen. And I'm feeling good, man. I'm better now for the most part. I'm good. This ish was so dumb. Like I would be less mad if White's power spread to Arya because she's on the field too, but nah, the power spreads to Kunna Rak for no reason. I think Arya would have upset me just as much because who are you? Who are you? Who is this chick? Go away. Don't be here. You're dead. You're part of a spell. Like, you're a clown. Move from me. Like, I don't want to see Arya. Get her out of here. Pure cringe, chap. Oh, I missed one. My guy. Cheap handouts of power ups. Possibly the worst one SU until date. Definitely debatable. Yeah. Even if it gets explained how it worked, which I highly doubt, doesn't mean it's good. I still stand by that Kun and Rak have no place here, and SCU brought them just to show that the trio was needed to defeat White. Whereas the entire time, Bam had the dominant power and would have defeated White eventually. SIU realizes that the rest of Bam's team is falling behind in terms of power, so it uses this kind of cheap tactics to give them a boost. The final clone Albeda also decides to pop back up once again to conveniently. She's just a plot device, lol. Also, the Shinsu reign is still happening while this entire fight, and it didn't affect both Rak and Kun. Two is this passive ability of Bam's power, that detail as to not hit his friendlies. The friendly fires on or off. Shit, you remember how it goes in fighting games. There isn't any explanation. I think SU just wants us to roll with it, just hoping whatever happens next is better than what we got from this fight. Yeah. can't really put it any better myself. I'm just tired, yo. I just want to move on, honestly. And you know what the weird thing about it is? This fight feels so out of place, but again, I don't really get how most of you can already claim they are ranker level thanks to this. Yeah, I'm saying it like with my chest out. This is what I believe, but I can't prove that. I understand that I can't prove that, but you can't prove it. You can't prove that they aren't either, though. We're in one of those situations where it's just like it's hearsay, kind of hearsay. You know, he said, she said, like, hey, and then we'll just have to see what happens at the end of the day. We have to see it play out. It's too early. I understand that. I don't know. Most of you can already claim they are ranker level thanks to this. While we haven't seen them fight or got any explanation of how it worked, you know, there are chapters each week, and most of the time we get answers. Only I don't agree with that. You don't always get answers or good explanations or explanations that are actually consistent with the things that he already planned out earlier. His internal consistency and logic with this story is completely broken. Shit just happens for it to effing happen. You get answers only a few chapters later on what's going on. We've seen it in the last few chapters regarding Arya, for instance. No, that was an explanation. That was White was hypothetically guessing what happened. He doesn't know for sure. He was like, did he bring her back to life? Was it the time distortion? Blah, blah, blah. Like, we weren't actually, like, given a concrete answer. I do think we have the answer, but... So chill, guys. Don't lose hope whenever you don't understand something yet. This has nothing to do with me not understanding. I'll speak for myself. It has nothing to do with me not understanding what's going on. I know what's going on. They beat White, and three of them got a power up. I fully understand what's going on. It's not good. It's horrible, and I don't like it. That's it. Then that's the last comment. But yeah, it is what it is. But anywho, I thought that wasn't very good. Unfortunately, I want to know what you guys thought about this whole chapter interaction, the whole Baam and White thing, because this might sound crazy. And if it does, you know, I guess my apologies, but this might be the worst like kind of fight in the series, like to me, in terms of emotional weight and impact. I think this is one of the worst battles that Baam has had. I actually think from a choreography and kind of like just a display, like looking at it visually standpoint, I actually thought it started off fine, but once Baam revived himself, I thought it was whack, because White was just, and Baam just like, that's all he was doing. So anywho, I think I'm just ready to move on from this at this point. I got nothing left in the tank when it comes to this current part of the narrative. At the end of the chapter, we did see Yama and Yasracha and Doom, so maybe that fight's gonna pick up and start, or you know, round 3 if you will, and maybe we're finally dive into some of that Lopo Bia family lore, get some understanding of Baylord, Papa Baylord and Yasracha, and maybe their roles in the family, and we'll just have to see how it goes. So thank you for everybody who watched this and got through to the end. If you got through to the end, you know what? No, I'm gonna say this for community posts. I have an idea. I want to talk about some stuff, but yeah. Actually, no. If you got to the end here, tell me what the next Shinsu class you want to see is. So, comment. I got to the end, and I want to see this fight. Anak versus Ran, or this versus this person, whatever, because I want to bring back some of the Shinsu classes we were doing before. Milios and I did one with Calivan and Liborg, so check that out if you haven't seen it yet. But yeah, I wanna talk about some more of that stuff, cause it's fun. All right, y'all have yourselves a mighty fine day. Like, subscribe, hit the bell.